So horse judging is like judging any other event. It's like judging a speech or judging gymnastics or diving. You have a class, a group of individuals, which you evaluate based on rules or criteria. And for certain events, there's penalties or deductions that are taken from their scores. And then other ones are based off of confirmation. AQHA is the American Quarter Horse Association, and it's located here in Amarillo. It's one of the largest breed associations in the industry, and so they've laid a lot of framework for our contests and other associations as well. So AQHA for horse judging is kind of our rules. So in our spring class we've taken through the fall, we spend a lot of time reading through the rule book because our contests that we go to are generally based off of AQHA rules. For a judging contest, there's typically anywhere from 8 to 12 classes. And you can have 2 to 4 halter classes, and then you'll have the same amount, if not maybe a couple more, of performance classes, which are the ones that are judged off of your penalties, numbers. It's more of a point system like you would use in gymnastics or something like that.
You want a horse that's really well trained and that they're obedient. And they're going to be relaxed, but it's going to be a little different kind of relax. It's not going to be like a Western pleasure.
Following all of those classes, you go and give reasons. And so reasons are basically your oral defense of how you placed your class and the reasons why and what you saw, and you just clear, concise, 1.5 to 2 minute speech of what you saw, why you placed the class that way.
I placed the yearling stallions 1, 2, 3, 4. In the case of my initial pair, who are more ideally balanced and heavier muscled, it's the added advantage of quality that sorts one to the top. Now ideally, my class winner could have been leveler from wither to croup. Even so, he's more chiseled and masculine about his jaw, tighter and cleaner in his throat latch, and longer and leaner in his neck that sits further back into his shoulder. Certainly, 2 wraps a higher degree of muscling around his inner and outer gaskin. However, he's somewhat coarse through his throat latch and neck.
West Texas A&M has had 95 world titles, and that includes both individual and team titles. We won 4 out of the 5 contests we were in over this spring and fall, and so that was really neat to be a part of that and to, contribute to the legacy.
And so I judged 10 years in 4-H. Then I got offered a scholarship to go to a junior college in Illinois, and I judged 2 years with Blackhawk College, and then obviously I transferred here to WT and continued my career with Pipkin.
I started out at Northeastern Oklahoma A&M and their judging team this past academic year, and I've known JP, our current collegiate coach, my entire youth career, and just through a series of just being involved in junior college and judging, I just decided to continue at WT this coming fall and compete here as well.
The thing about the judging teams in general is you're with each other for so long. You have like 2 options. You can either hate each other and never want to go to practice, or you could be like inseparable and be like a family. And I think for me, especially since I was so far away from home, being from Indiana, I didn't have family here. So I latched on to the people who were closest to me, and that was the judging team. The knowledge, I feel so much more confident in myself as not only as a judge to hopefully continue in a professional career, but as a person, being able to present my reasons on why I placed that class that way, I could now go and tell an employer, hey, this is why you should hire me. These are my good qualities. Yes, I lack experience here, but I am so much better here, And just being able to present to people and let them know my reasons for anything in life just makes me more confident as a person. I think it all comes back down to not only the knowledge you learn and the people. The contests were fun and they're the main reason why you're there, but it's what I took from it was definitely, the inseparable friends I have. I mean, when I first came here from WT, I didn't know anybody, and the judging team was like, bam, you're forced to know somebody, you're forced to be in a van with them for hours long at a time, and so you had to get to know them. So I made instant friends.
I think it's definitely confidence. I was not good at doing reasons, especially, which is the part where you defend how you place the class. And it was something that always was hard for me. So it was a time where I could really learn how to be confident in myself and in my abilities. And I think that really transfers to other areas of my life as well.
Since I've done judging, I've become more confident in my ability to communicate with others. And, and not to mention on these judging trips, you get to know people in such a short amount of time and you make all these connections. And really, deep down, we're all just a big family. And
horse judging has just been a part of my life as a youth competitor and then now as a collegiate competitor, and just I have learned some invaluable lessons from it just by being able to communicate effectively to people and make qualitative based decisions, and just really get to know some wonderful people that are leading the industry, and really just be around these great creatures that we love and ride and call horses.
I think my favorite part is just seeing the impact it makes on students, seeing them achieve their goals long term, not only while they're judging but post judging. Obviously the public speaking and the communication skills that you develop because of judging can take you far.
Like for awards, I was third high individual at the AQHA World Show and third high individual at the NRHA for charity. But I wouldn't measure my success like that, like how I did, in the contest. I would measure my success in how I progressed. When I came in from a junior college, and it was, I thought I knew a lot. I was like, yeah, I got a whole head of, 2 years ahead of these people. But it was when I started learning under Pipkin that there was so much more to it. And he wasn't training us to do well necessarily in the contests. He was thinking, I want you to be a judge, a good judge, to go and further this as your career, or even just as a professional horseman, just knowing the rules and knowing what to do when you're faced with the situation. So I would say my success is based more off what I've learned, and I would say my success was huge. I grew not only as a person, but obviously as a judge.
A natural ability that has got to be a cow horse. So you want them to have some natural cow horse ability, right? So that's one thing. The other verbiage that's used in there and that we're going to see continually is that they still have to be well trained. In the cattle horse world, you're going to say that they're broke. You want them broke. You want them willing. Now, they've got a little bit different look. They don't look like a Western pleasure horse, right? They're not going to go.
It's the standard and the legacy that is a part of this program. Dr. Pipkin has been coaching teams for 30 or 40 years, and he's got tons of experience and background in the industry, and he works really hard to make kids feel wanted and be a part of this program. And I think that is huge, because a lot of coaches they don't put enough effort into recruiting students, even at the high school, their junior college level, and a lot of students aren't aware of the opportunities they have to judge in college, and Dr. Pipkin's really good about being inclusive and going out there and seeking those great students.
It was great being a part of a junior college. We really walked through just the fundamentals of judging, and we were just developing our college career and just kind of seeing what it was all about, and just getting in the competitive arena, which was a big step from youth competition. And then coming into senior college, I think we're more veterans, at least from our previous experience, so I'm ready to fight.
I went to college at Blackhawk College for my first 2 years, and transferred to Oklahoma State, where I finished out my bachelor's in animal science, and I just started working on my master's degree here at WT last fall. I'm studying animal science, focusing in equine nutrition. When I was interested in going to graduate school, coming to WT was always had always been a goal for me, and so it just so happened that the opportunity became available that I could come here and pursue a master's degree and also follow my passion of being involved in horse judging and have the chance to help coach. So it's been a really great experience.
Horse judging, Bill, it teaches you discipline, confidence, the ability to do what I'm doing right now, to talk to you confidently and know what I'm talking about. Also, it teaches you to build relationships with people, and it's an excellent networking opportunity.
I'm really helping develop kids not only in how to be successful in a judging contest, but how to be successful as a real judge in the industry. I mean, so many students that have gone through this program have pursued professional judges cards in AQHA and APHA and things like that. So I think that judging for Dr. Pipkin really sets you up well for success.